If you're considering a trip to Khao Lak in Thailand, then this is the vlog for you. We stayed at the Meridien Khao Lak over Christmas, and I'm here to tell you about every single thing you need to know about this stunning resort. If you're new here, my name's Mimi, I'm the director of Find Your Resort, and if you like this content, then please hit the like button and subscribe. We flew direct from Manchester to Phuket with TUI. It is a long old flight, and 12 hours in economy is not that much of a vibe, but it was worth it when we arrived. We started off with a private transfer. They picked us up from the airport, and I would definitely recommend. Khao Lak is about 90 minutes drive from Phuket Airport, and if you're looking for the quieter side of Thailand, perfect for families, perfect for chill, then Khao Lak should be at the top of your list. I really do think Khao Lak, although it is popular, is still a bit of a hidden gem. But I'm not here to gatekeep, I'm going to take you all along. So we arrived and this lovely gent took all our luggage to our room for us. The Meridien Khao Lak is part of the wider Marriott brand. I did do a site inspection of this resort a couple of years ago when I was staying in the area and just absolutely fell in love. I knew we had to come back for a stay. Now we arrived just a few days before Christmas and the decorations were not disappointing. The whole hotel was decorated so beautifully, ready for Christmas, and although it was hot and very different to a UK Christmas, it still felt Christmassy. I am going to do a separate vlog on what they did for Christmas and New Year, as I wanted this vlog to really focus on the facilities that were at the resort. A cheeky welcome drink is always a good start. Got my all-inclusive band. I know people say not to do all-inclusive in Thailand, but we found it really good value. I'll come back to that. We booked a one-bedroom family room, and honestly, this setup was absolutely top-notch. The room was huge. We had a king bed in one room, and then through a kind of sliding door, the children had a bed each, so twin beds. There were also 2 bathrooms as well. So we had a bathroom and the kids had a bathroom. If you were travelling with children or teenagers, then I would 100% recommend this room type. We also had a nice big balcony. This was overlooking one of the pool areas. There are rooms that overlook the beach, but we weren't too fussed. This view was still stunning. There are a few different room types across the resort, including swim-up rooms and also 1 and 2 bed villas down on the beach. But the type we chose was absolutely perfect for our family. First things first, we headed straight down to the pool to try and work off some of this weird jet lag energy the kids seem to have. This gent was handing out watermelons. Don't mind if I do. There are 3 main pool areas across the resort. This was the pool we spent the most at. It was more like a family pool. This is where they did some of the activities for the children and aqua aerobic classes, things like that. And this one also has a swim up bar, which was our favourite. The amount of time I spent sipping pina coladas at that swim up bar was possibly unhealthy, but when in Rome. This pool area is a bit quieter than the other pool area. It was just very chill, very zen. And although it was beautiful, we much preferred the family pool. And then finally, this is the pool area that our room overlooks. I felt like this pool area was more for people that were in the swim-up rooms in this block, as there was only one section that wasn't connected to the swim-up rooms. It was very aesthetically pleasing, absolutely beautiful, but we didn't really use this area, as it kind of felt we were encroaching on those with the swim-up rooms. Pool towels were freely available around the resort, no pool card or anything like that. Just pick some up and then drop them off at the end of the day when you're finished. Right, let's take a look at the beach. It is stunning. None of the beaches in Thailand are private, but they have managed to make the beach here feel quite private. They've built like a little ledge and it kind of separates you from the waves. But if you do walk down, it does graduate off so that you can walk straight from the beach into the water. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can see there. If you do ever struggle to get a sunbed by one of the pools, there are absolutely loads down by the beach. There was always plenty here. And I'm not really a beach person, but this resort was making me a beach person. Absolutely stunning. Down on the beach, there is a water sports centre for non-motorised water sports. You can use these for an hour a day, I think. We really enjoyed it. It's worth noting that motorised water vehicles are not allowed in the sea here. So no jet skis or anything like that, meaning when we did go kayaking, it was very chilled out. Like I said at the start, we went all inclusive, but we did like to venture out for a couple of meals. And just at the edge of the resort, there's a handful of like shops and little restaurants and places you can get a massage on the beach. Everything here was so cheap. We had several massages, just living our best lives. Right, let's get back to the resort and look at the food. First up, breakfast. They usually had these like little health smoothie drinks at the start, which were a hit with some and less so with others. The main restaurant has indoor and outdoor seating, so let's have a look at what's on offer for breakfast. Live cooking stations where you write down your order for omelettes or eggs benedict, etc. There is a solid selection of hot breakfast items, different meats, bacon, beans, more of the traditional Western style offering, alongside more traditional Thai breakfast, so rice dishes, some stir fries, plenty of cereal options and different types of milks, different types of yogurts, a whole section dedicated to sweet treats, including donuts for breakfast. I mean, I let this slide because we're on holiday. Lots of different types of fruit as well, all the different types of pastries and breads you might want. There was also a lady doing fresh pancakes, but I forgot to take a video. Then several fridges filled with different juices, Thai tea, Thai coffee, and every day they had a different cold press option as well, which I loved. Then a whole continental section with cold cuts and cheeses, salad items. I didn't know salad items were a thing for breakfast, but actually quite a lot of people were having salad for breakfast, so good on them. And then a further section of sweets and cakes. Yes, this was breakfast. I'm putting it down to the fact that it was Christmas, so they were just going all out. And finally, yes, there were coffee machines, and yes, the coffee was decent. On to lunch options. We often went to the beach grill for lunch. There was a huge selection here, to be honest. Burgers, salads, grills, fish. And I love they had photos of all the dishes. And then when they came out, the dishes looked just as good. The combination of various salads and truffle fries was absolutely top-notch. This restaurant is part of the all-inclusive, and if you want to go back to the video of the menu, you'll see that actually it's quite expensive if you were just paying as you go. And when I say expensive, I mean expensive compared to outside of the resort. You can also go back to the main restaurant, which I fully expected to be a buffet again. But at lunchtime, it's not a buffet, it's also a la carte. And again, the choices on offer are really, really good. Thai dishes, burgers, salads, grills, curries. This particular restaurant is where my love affair of pad krapao started. Honestly, it was so good. These are a few pictures. There's a burger, nachos, salad, appetizers, and then this tikka masala, which was actually very, very hot. And your drinks are brought table service, so don't sleep on the buffet for lunch because it's not a buffet for lunch. There's also an ice cream and coffee shop on site, which was perfect for kind of afternoon top-me-ups. Again, this was all included in part of the all-inclusive. The milkshakes went down very well here. You can get all your specialty coffees and just little light bites. But without a doubt, the highlight for me was this ice cream served in a fresh coconut. This is living the dream. Right, let's move on to evening meals. There is a pizzeria restaurant serving obviously pizzas and pastas, the usual Italian fare. They've got like a big stone bake oven, so the pizzas were actually amazing. Again, this is part of the all-inclusive, and you can actually order the pizzas for lunch if you go to the main restaurant. They'll go through, cook it in there, and then bring it out for you. In the main restaurant for dinner, they often had different theme nights. I think this was a street food one. We really enjoyed this. It was served outdoors in the outdoor seating area, and there was lots of choice. Loads of different salads. There was sushi, there was grills, there was a lady doing noodles. All the different curries were available, fresh fish. This was really, really good. And again, this was part of the all-inclusive. If you're not all-inclusive, you can pay extra, but it was quite pricey. Then one of the nights they did a beach barbecue, again, part of the all-inclusive. They set everything up down on the beach. It was so beautiful. There was fresh fruit, salads, and plenty of barbecue type meals. So there was chips and curly fries and different types of meats and fish, all being cut or carved down on the beach. One thing about Thailand is they do not mess around with the size of their prawns. Look at those. The sunset views here were absolutely unreal. The only thing was the midges were out in force that night, but we braved them just for this sunset. And this brings me on to the next topic, which is the drinks. I was really impressed with the quality of drinks. Everything served in the correct glass. This means so much to me. The all-inclusive selection of drinks was really, really good. Plenty of wine, including fizzy wine, a decent selection of cocktails and beers, and plenty of soft drink options, including fruit shakes. If you know, you know. There are 2 bars across the resort. This one is Coconut Joe's Beach Bar. This was our absolute favourite place to hang out. Early evening, late afternoon. Top tip, get down to this bar for sunset hour. Honestly, the views are insane. These sunsets are just next level. All the cocktails here are served in the correct glass and are all freshly made. No syrupy shenanigans here. You can enjoy your cocktails poolside in the correct glass too. They have these plastic ones. And let's just take a moment for this fresh coconut water. Okay, last section, let's talk about activities. You can hire bikes from the hotel. I love a little bike ride around the local area, even if my hair does not cooperate with helmets. But just outside the hotel, there is a little village. There's lots of shops, there's bars, there's restaurants, places you can get your hair done, massages. There's a little supermarket. It's actually a little bit of a vibe, this little village. This would be a great option for managing a budget if you are not all inclusive, because eating out here is significantly cheaper than in the hotel. But just to reiterate again, I would definitely recommend all-inclusive at the Meridien Khao Lak. It's really, really good value. There's a small but decent on-site gym. It's got all the things you need to work off all those food and drinks. There's a really good kind of teens arcade room. You didn't have to pay for any of these games, which I think is a real novelty in all-inclusive resorts. So the kids did come here quite a bit just to get out of the sun when it was super hot. And for the younger kids, there is also a fully fledged kids club with plenty of activities during the day, but I didn't take any videos of that. Just behind the ice cream parlour, there's a few games that, again, the kids enjoy playing. There's a giant chess, a big Connect 4, and a couple of ping pong tables. These were really popular, and also a pool table. Again, these were all free to use, and it was another good place to hang out if you want to get out of the sun for a little bit. The resort also runs activities like yoga and Mai Tai. As a little Christmas treat, the boys had a private Mai Tai class. Honestly, they had so much fun and it was a really reasonable price. When it comes to evenings, it's a very chilled, low-key resort. There isn't going to be any like big, massive shows or big, massive productions. It's more like live singers, a bit of chill. They had movie nights on this big screen down by the beach. We weren't sure if we were going to miss that because we are used to going to resorts where there's like a full-on evening show, but actually we didn't. We spent most of our evenings playing Uno, playing pool. There was a foosball table in the sports lounge, which got extremely competitive. We just really enjoyed chilling out, spending time as a family, and we loved it so much we may have booked to go back again next year already. All in all, we absolutely loved Le Meridien Khao Lak. It's a perfect resort for a chilled out family tropical getaway. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, and if you found this useful, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and make sure to subscribe for more holiday and resort content. Thanks for watching.